I saw you at the record shop. That was my first time.
Yeah. No, that was the first time we met.
Yeah.
You were on mushrooms.
I was.
Was he really friendly?
Oh, wow.
A little giggly.
Forgot about that day. So not only was I on mushrooms, I was dealing with the most ridiculous case of diarrhea
Oh no.
I had ever had. So much so that I had to like get my spot changed
Oh no.
so that I could go deal with myself.
Mm-hmm.
It was insane.
Yeah, and she
was,
still showed up.
No, I
That's
do
all.
remem't you saying I really have to shit and just whiz by everyone.
Yeah, because it was so bad that it was like there's no pretense. There's no way I can pretend that this isn't going on.
You're doing the walk like you couldn't
Dude,
even walk
was-
like a normal person.
I mean everything.
Yeah.
It was like, and then it was maybe it was just enhanced because of the mushrooms.
Extra shit.
Just feeling it.
Yeah, I was just like,
Really-
oh, this shit feels awesome. Like, oh my god, is it? Yeah, it was.
It was a vibe.
It was definitely. It was definitely a vibe. Thank you for reminding me of
You're
that.
welcome. It's a great memory.
I really tried to like block that out of my mind that all of those people that were at that show were able to see me that way. And I
You were no, your set was great. You did a good. You were still very funny. That's all that matters.
But I'm not I wouldn't call myself a squeamish person, but I'm not the type of guy to announce to friends and family that I have to shit, let alone people that I'm meeting for the first time.
Yeah.
Like that was my first time meeting you.
Mm-hmm.
Not my first time meeting what was her name?
Aaliyah.
Yeah, not my first time meeting her. But the first time that we met, it was like a hello. I'm
This
Aaliyah,
is like an
I'm
actual
Sidney.
hang.
Yeah, and the people that owned the record shop, it was like everybody had to know. It was wild.
Have you ever been invited back?
Yeah, I just did a
Okay.
show there maybe a month ago, and it's when I went in, the guy was like, "Are you good?" It was just, and I honestly didn't remember until right now
Why he did that?
why he did that. Yeah. I thought he just looked at me, was like, oh, an old person in a record shop. Let me let him know. It was, and I was even like, man, does he not remember that I was here before?
He
But,
remembers.
Yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, that's why they restocked toilet paper because they knew you were going to be on the show.
They definitely did.
Yeah.
They definitely did. Yeah. Yeah. So you drove, did you drive in today?
Yeah, came in here. I stopped at Wawa, got some dinner, and then came here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wawa dinner.
A little Wawa dinner, a little sub.
I guess our bottle of water is bougie
Yeah.
for someone who
I
said,
said Wawa.
I got dinner at Wawa. That's not a phrase you really hear very often. I got dinner at
I
Wawa.
got dinner at Wawa. Yeah, I got a sub from Wawa.
Yeah.
I came here. Yeah.
That's typically what it is. Like I got something from Wawa. I'm good.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever like, yeah, I feasted on Wawa before I
I
got
had
here.
to eat, and it's dinner time. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. I think we're ready to start the show.
Okay.
Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
Are we good and loose?
I'm
do
loose.
you feel loose?
I feel really loose.
Because we can banter a little longer.
I feel like we bantered earlier. I played the piano. Like, I'm ready.
Welcome back to Chakra Poppers. We're doing it again. Once again, I am Sidney. I am sitting next to the world champion Ansley.
Hello.
And today our guest is none other than the Ayesha Mae.
Hello. Hi.
What is up? Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And before we get started, I should probably also let you guys know that we've recently been picked up by a podcast network. Shout out to Rockfin. You can check us out on Rockfin. Get all of the premium content for not only our podcast, but every podcast that is on Rockfin. You get their regular episode. You get all their premium content. One subscription price gets you all of it. You can also subscribe to our Patreon. No big deal. It's like, it's nothing has to change for any of that. But Rockfin, we're doing it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
That's
about
like
it.
a real thing. That's cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah. This is we have we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Ayesha,
Yes.
are you familiar with what we do on this podcast?
Yeah, I've listened to a couple episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right,
A little
cool.
nervous.
Cool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And if you're not familiar with what we do on this podcast, basically the premise is to prove that you can have any type of sense of humor, especially the dark type of sense of humor that Ayesha has, and still reach enlightenment. We don't know if that's true.
No.
We're trying to prove that it is.
Okay.
It
Right?
seems to check out.
What makes you say that?
Because it seems like everybody's chakras get popped and they.
I mean, we definitely finished the
some people,
podcast every
yeah,
episode.
we finish.
Yeah, we do.
Some people tingle at the end of it.
Yeah, no one has exploded or died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm not the first.
Wow, we need the ratings, Ayesha. We're on a new podcast network. We need to make a
All
splash.
right, I'll die for you guys.
Thank you so much. So what we do is we take our guest, who today is Ayesha, and we basically pop open her chakras from the bottom one up, and then wait and see what happens. Just look at her.
Yeah.
We look at her.
Ask her how she feels. Ask her a lot.
Yeah. So, all right. So everybody gets the same questions.
Okay.
And Ace, take it away.
So, Ayesha, what situation or event did you learn the most information from?
Okay. I was thinking about this. All these questions are hard, I feel like.
Mhm.
So I think it was when I was 29 and I got caught cheating on my boyfriend of 10 years.
Ooh.
Yeah. Cause I think it finally, first thing is I feel like I was like a serial cheater in my 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I had this one long-term boyfriend and I always cheated on him and it's really fucked up. And I know why now. And I've worked on myself and all that stuff.
No judgment zone.
Yeah. Right. Well, I don't know. It's a little horror, but but yeah. So, but no, I feel like when that happened and like I was like alone and I had to go to my mom's house and I really had to like first thing live with my mom again, but then also like look inward and like deal with shit that I was avoiding for like a really long time, which was basically like loving myself, which is, you know what I mean? Like I feel like I like mirrored so many people in my life, if that makes sense. And I feel like I was at one of the lowest parts of my life right there. And I think it helped. I kind of had to figure out like, who the fuck am I? Like, what am I doing? What do I want out of life kind of thing? And sort of go from there. I feel like it changed me as a person because I had to be honest with myself for the first time.
So you were together for 10 years.
Yeah.
How long were you cheating on him before you got caught?
Like consistently or?
Oh, well, let's start there. How long consistently?
Oh my God. No, I would like serial cheat on him and have long-term side boyfriends. This is wild. I've never talked about this before. It's true though.
Yeah.
So I like would cheat on him and have like a side. It would be like emotional cheating, but it would turn physical. And then I would date them for like a year or two and then I would end things. Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
That is.
I know. It's fucking psychotic.
Yeah. And then, so how many years of cheating within the 10 years? Because we can actually do the math. It's 10. Like, what was the percentage of
70%?
Whoa.
No. Oh, holistically, we're going to 55%. Because there was pockets of times I wasn't cheating on him. Okay, there was pockets of. I was garbage. Okay, I get it.
So, can you remember while you're in the relationship? How long were you together before you cheated on him the first time?
I like cheated on him like once or twice drunk in college, and so but like after college, so. Like, obviously, my dad died. My dad died. Obviously, that's why she's so cool. So my dad died. And so we met sophomore year of college. So for sophomore year, junior year, senior year, it was pretty consistent. I was like, I love this guy. We're going to get married, all this stuff. Besides like the one or two times I cheated on him when I was drunk. And then literally my dad died. And then I was like thinking, we're going to get married and have kids. And like, he asked my dad to marry me. And then my dad died. Yeah.
Well, that nullifies that.
Look who's going to hell now. No, he lied. No. So, after my dad died, I definitely was being very cunty, but like my dad died and like I was taking it out on him and I recognize that now, you know, I've gone, you know, real, right. But he basically was like, you've changed. And like, I don't like who you're becoming. And then so I basically just like stopped emotionally opening up to him.
Yeah. You have no idea how much I becoming. But sorry about that. I'm very sorry.
The sad thing, I wasn't coming. It was the men.
Shout out to the men. We're undefeated, baby.
Did the cheating get harder? Because like, I feel like we might be a little bit older than you, but like technology advancements, you know, with like Instagram and like all that seems like it makes cheating even harder now.
It definitely was way harder for sure. like not posting about my boyfriend because my other boyfriend was going to see. That definitely happened. But I ended up dating the last guy I dated didn't have social media.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay. And then I never friended anyone in the friend group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had like a whole nother life. Like,
you
were living.
I know. This is like
lives.
disgusting. Yeah. She's fucking crazy. You guys you're learning so much. You're like, she plays piano and she's a serial cheater. Yeah.
And you have brunch friends I don't know about? Like, what is going on here? Like, how is this even happening?
So sorry.
So go ahead.
Did you just break up with the main boyfriend, or did you come clean with all of this?
She got caught.
Oh,
no, I got caught.
And then did you like spill the beans, or was it like, that was the only time?
Yeah. How did you get caught?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I left my car there, and I left a birthday card from the other boyfriend in my trunk, like tucked away somewhere. Or no, we were living together, by the way.
Oh, wow.
But anyways,
you and the main guy.
Me and the main guy were living together.
Gotcha.
And then he found a card for my birthday from the side guy. And it also had concert tickets to my favorite band.
That's not a side guy. It's like, first of all, like a guy that's giving you a birthday card, number one, isn't a side guy. That's an advanced relationship.
Well, the side guy didn't know I had a boyfriend. So the side guy didn't know my boyfriend existed. I know.
You were cheating on two people.
Yeah. Yes. But now I'm whole, guys. I've learned.
Yes.
God, I sound like such a piece of trash, but it's good to come. This is good to talk about.
Yeah.
My chakras are popping already, guys. It works.
All right. So now, how would you basically distill what it is that you learned from that experience in like a few sentences? I mean, use as many sentences as you want to. I always say that, but you know.
No, I definitely learned that a lot of my self-worth was tied to men's admiration for me.
Woo! We're number one, baby.
And I think that's that, and then kind of starting to love the person that I am today. You know, I feel like this is like a side to the cheating, but I was heavy that whole relationship. I used to be the maximum weight, I was 330 pounds. And when we were breaking up, I was actually like a lot smaller. I think I'd lost 130 pounds by that point too. So I think there was also a mix of trying to figure out who I am in this new body, and also not wanting that validation from men, because I thought, I looked good at the time. But when we broke up, I actually kept still seeing the side guy for a few months, and then ended things.
Well, there's no reason to break up with him.
Right? Yeah.
Did he?
Plus you have a concert to go to.
Yeah. We went to the concert. It was great. No. So definitely, I think it was the figuring out who I was and being honest with myself was a huge portion, I would say. And like, and realizing that a lot of my worth, and I think I still have it a little, is tied to admiration from men, which is very frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like ingrained in you though.
Yeah.
It's like kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're physiologically supposed to, want some admiration from the opposite sex. So I wouldn't, no strikes for that from me.
Okay.
Like I can't tell you how much I want admiration from men. I need it so badly.
Mm-hmm. You just want
especially
men to
like
tell you you're
jack
pretty.
Dudes.
Yeah.
Like if I see a jack dude, it's like, oh my God, I'm not even wearing my jiu-jitsu shirt. How does he know? But yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Now we're going to pop open these chakras
Jesus Christ.
from the bottom chakra up. The bottom chakra is, Ayesha, located in and around the butthole. We just have to tell you that. Are you okay with that being popped?
Yeah.
All right. Does your boyfriend know that's being popped?
No.
All right. Ace is going to be doing the
We're
popping.
learning so much.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Take it away.
So Ayesha, how did you learn to overcome fear?
I feel like I have this in different stages of my life. So when I was a kid, I had like super low platelets. And when I was
Wait, pause.
Yeah.
Ansley, what is that?
It's in your blood. I don't know. You need a lot of them.
You need you
need them in your blood.
It's like cells, kind of, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
you got one.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So when I was 4, so when I was 4 years old, when it's really low, it causes your blood to be super thin.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I was 4 years old, that day I had scraped my knee like really badly. And then so all of a sudden my mom in the middle of the night, I don't know, I don't need to tell you this full story, but I do, I guess. So my mom in the middle of the night came and my mattress was soaked in blood. I had lost like half of my blood. I looked like I was dead. I actually had a near-death experience, or at least I think I did.
Okay.
But anyways, so then I ended up going to the hospital. I was at the hospital for a month.
Wow.
I remember like my kindergarten class sending me a card. You know, you remember certain things.
Yeah.
Get a lot of cards.
Yeah, right. And then I was like, call back. And then from that point, once I was like fine and I was allowed to leave the hospital. Also, my brother and sister got chickenpox at the time, so I didn't get chickenpox, which was kind of cool. But anyways, I used to have to go and get finger pricks and go get blood taken when I was 4 years old. I was once a week, then it became once a month, and then I had to go once a year as I was a kid, and then I ended up, I was fine, and I was never scared of anything after that. I was like, I went through such a scary thing, and like, I'm not scared of getting shots, like that kind of thing. So like I'm thinking of like physical stuff. I feel like I got out of my like self, like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Cause it happened, and what else am I going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't want you to think that I didn't notice the shout out to not getting the chicken pox.
Okay.
That definitely wasn't lost on me. I definitely felt that, my blood might have sucked, but at least I didn't get that chicken pox. I definitely felt that. So
I felt that was
congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
I'm an adult that's never had chicken pox. That's a thing.
That
is
pretty
a
cool.
thing. Yeah.
That's neat.
Have
Were
you guys had
vaccinated?
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, now I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she
didn't know.
She is the vaccinated.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
They didn't have that before. They must have.
She might have just bled it out.
Yeah.
Is that possible? I don't know anything
maybe.
about chickenpox. So, can you think of a time in your life, Ayesha, when you were the most scared?
When I was the most scared. This is gonna sound dumb, but I'm not the most. This is gonna sound dumb. I was gonna say like with the first open mic. I know that sounds so silly, and I feel like everyone says this. You think an open mic is the scariest thing in the world, and then you go do it, and then you're like, wow, this is where souls go to die. This was not a big deal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That popped in my brain for some reason.
Yeah. Again, no judgment.
Yeah.
No judgment.
Thank
You're
you.
allowed to be afraid of open mics.
Yeah. Open mics. She's a hussy. So many things.
All right. Well, that's a fear chakra pop.
Yeah. I feel like that makes sense too, because a lot of times fears are like combined when you want something real bad, or you want it to turn out a certain way.
Yeah.
Right. And so like you create this whole like, this means everything in the world, and then like,
oh my God, I wore like a cute outfit. I was like, what am I thinking? Go with sweatpants and glasses from now on. Like.
Nice.
Yeah. Great.
But
yeah.
All right. Chakra pop.
Yes.
Ace, take it away.
All right. So Ayesha, this now we're the pelvis chakra. This is a segment we like to call My Bad. It's an opportunity for you to apologize to a person, place, or thing in order to set your karma back to neutral.
All right. We just finished Ayesha's Chakra Poppers After Dark, and boy, was it after dark. This was quite after dark. And did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Yeah, and we had a great time, and thank you for that.
Thank you.
I was very open, so yes. Thank you for having me.
So get in here for $1. Gets you all of our exclusive content, which not only includes the counter to this podcast that you're watching right now, which is Chakra Poppers After Dark, but we also do some fight commentary and analysis on Ansley's Jiu Jitsu matches. And I want you to go to getfilthycomedy.com for all of Ayesha's filthy comedy shows that she does.
Yeah.
Very funny.
Yeah.
I love her filthy stuff.
There we go.
It was a weird thing to say.
I was gonna say.
I love her filthy stuff. And also, big news, we're on Rockfin now. We got picked up by a podcast network. So you can also get all of our exclusive content by joining and subscribing to Rockfin. But not only our exclusive content, but every content creator that's on Rockfin, you get their exclusive content with just one subscription. So you can check that out too. We got people like Eddie Bravo, Sam Tripoli. A lot of funny and cool guys have content on Rockfin. So check us out there. But now we're going to get back to this episode and find out who or what Ayesha has to apologize to.
You guys already know who I want to apologize to.
Wait, which one?
Yeah.
No, I do. I want to. No, my long-term boyfriend. His name is Ron.
Mm-hmm.
I want to apologize to him. I haven't talked to him since, and he doesn't know about all the other cheating. So if he ever listens to this podcast, he's going to hear it and probably hate me more. If he does hate me, I don't know if he's, healed. Yeah. But like I have like done a lot of therapy. I've worked on myself a lot, and I haven't talked to him. I haven't seen him. We live separate lives. And I've always wanted.
You were living separate lives back then too. I mean, come on.
Anyways, I would like to say sorry to Ron for the pain I caused him. But his my sister's still friends with him on Instagram and says his girlfriend's cute and they seem happy.
Well, good for Ron.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah. How long ago did the relationship end?
5 years ago.
Okay, that's a good enough time to get over a 10-year relationship.
Yeah.
Isn't that the rule half the time?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
He started dating her a year after we broke up, or the year after I got caught. Why am I saying? Oh my God.
Yes.
You piece of shit. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, sorry, Ron. Glad you're happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad, Ron. My bad. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I don't think we'd have to expand on that anymore.
No. She went in great detail earlier.
Yeah, we got it. We got an idea of that. Okay, that is definitely a chakra pop.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Yeah. You feel good?
Yeah, it does actually.
Awesome. Yeah. So, let's keep it moving.
All right, we're to the gut chakra. So, Ayesha, how do you move past disappointment either in yourself?
Are you losing the name? Are you blackening her name?
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She looks at you and she's like,
Ayesha. Yeah.
Ayesha.
Yeah.
How do you move past disappointment either in yourself or in loved ones?
I think I definitely, now I reflect on it. I journal. I recognize why am I disappointed in myself? Why am I upset? Let's figure out why and how can I fix this disappointment? And if it's like, for example, like a simple one, have a bad set. You have a bad set, disappointed in myself. Oh, this sucks, especially if you drive to do a set or, people are there that you like or you want to impress. But then you just have to just say, it is what it is. I know I'm capable and I'm funny and I will have a good set next time and whatever.
Okay. So that was like a capital now that you started off with. So is this recent that you've been dealing with disappointment this way?
Not with comedy. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh my God, you guys heard what a slut I was in like my 20s. I disappointed my family constantly. I used to have like a drinking problem. I used to get like very ragey. I used to be like very like hot cold with like my mom and my sister and my brother and like be like irrational and stuff. And definitely I was disappointed in myself and everyone else, but I was like in denial of it. You know what I mean? But I think now, especially, I'm like dealing like, my mom's disappointing me right now. And the way that I'm dealing with it is I'm cutting her out of my life and it's hard, but you know what? I'm doing what's best for me and my whatever. Mm-hmm. And like, and writing down why am I disappointed in her and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like understanding the why is important.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, good. I'm sorry.
I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. So, I always like to ask this question in this section. So, growing up, did you ever do a sport or any type of performance art where there is a disappointment that you experienced that still kind of lingers in your mind?
It's, I'm trying to think. I always, I was never good at sports. I played all the sports, but I never was good at any of them. You know what I mean? Like that person, I'm like, I did soccer, I did field hockey, at track, but I was like the slow kid. Like I never was good at anything, but I still did it. And I just remember one soccer game because my dad came to all my soccer games and I never was put in. That's how bad I was. And all I could think of was like, my poor dad came to this game, has a fucking loser kid that sits on the bench the entire time, handing out oranges.
Vitamin C is very important.
Yeah.
So the role I remember that. I remember that game, and I was like 10 years old, and I'm like thinking, coach can't put me in for one as an adult now. Like the coach couldn't have put me in for 1 minute because my dad was actually kind of mad about it. He was like, "Why didn't you? You know?
Yeah.
No, your daughter sucks."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like, did you like lean into the giving out the oranges? Like, were you like, this is my thing?
No, I was sad and disappointed.
Oranges with tears on
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah.
I was pretty sad about it, but it is what it is. I was a loser. I'm telling you, I had no friends in high school, so I just did all the sports because I wanted to fit in.
Yeah.
Even though I was bad. This sounds like so sad. We're like, what?
No, this is perfect.
You're just like, ooh.
It's like, yes, we're gonna do it. Yeah, we're doing it.
We're having fun.
So yeah, we're having a good time. We're having a good time at your expense. No big deal. No big deal. Thank you for driving from Massachusetts for this.
You're so welcome. It was Connecticut, but yeah.
Oh, Connecticut. Yeah. Why do I make everybody from Massachusetts?
I don't
What
know.
is my
Everybody
problem?
is from
Yeah, I
Massachusetts.
gotta stop doing that.
It's
I
New
like saying
England.
the word.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you like, because we always used to hook up with guys from Massachusetts, but they're called massholes.
Oh.
And then I don't. No, I shouldn't say it.
No, you should.
No, because it's like outdated and lame. But we used to call the guys from Agawam. We used to call it Fagawam.
Yeah. Just remember, that wasn't us that said that word. That wasn't the Chakra Poppers, although I support it 100%. So that's another chakra pop,
Yes.
right? That's a
yes.
disappointment chakra
There we
pop.
go.
That's the gut chakra popped wide open.
Yeah.
Ace, keep it moving.
All right, we are to the heart chakra.
Okay.
So, Ayesha, what have you learned from grief?
Definitely, it's continuous.
Mm-hmm.
I think I will grieve my dad for the rest of my life. And that it's this dumb thing, but it gets easier with time, but it's literally always there with the exact same amount of pain. Like I can bring myself back to like the moment when my dad died and that feeling is still there and I will just like burst into tears and I can still feel myself there.
Mm-hmm.
And that this has been almost 12 and a half years, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so, but it definitely does get easier. I used to never be able to talk about my dad. I used to never even say his name or tell stories about him, but now I can. And I love that I can, because I love to share what a great person he was. And
He was a great dad?
Yeah, I had a good dad.
How fucking annoying is that?
Well,
right? Because dads are supposed to be shitty so that when they die, it's easier to deal with. Right?
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Ugh,
You know,
yeah.
how disappointing it is when people have good dads that die.
Well, it's really funny because I have been, working on myself lately. And I was journaling about how like my mom was always the parent.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad was just the fun person to be around. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like my dad never really parented me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. My mom did all the parenting with school, with, cleaning my room, with everything was my mom. She was a stay-at-home mom. My dad worked and we hung out on the weekends and he was a fun guy and like was always funny. So, I mean, that's why he was great. He fucking didn't any fucking parenting,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I try to parent hard just so
when you
I
die, when you'll be okay.
Yeah,
like you'll be like whoosh.
God.
But, no, he was a little abrasive. I need to have something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they can deal with it easier.
Yeah, right.
It seems hard to get over when good dads die.
Yeah.
It seems tough.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't want my kids to go through that. And no black man does. Sorry, black man. But okay, so basically what you learned, if I'm recalling this correctly, is that it gets better with time.
Yeah, it definitely gets better it's so much better now, guys. But yeah, it definitely gets easier. It gets easier to talk about. It gets easier to deal with, but it's always there. It's never not going to be there. It's always with me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
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 I mean, Ansley's mother passed away, was it 3 years now?
Yeah. Yeah.
It always still seems like this year.
I know.
You know?
I know.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
she gets that.
Yeah.
Both my
Sorry.
parents were pretty terrible,
Yeah.
so they'll live forever.
Yes.
Okay.
It's one of those situations.
Yeah, I got you.
You know,
I
so-
understand.
But yeah, definitely chakra popped. Although my mom's cool now. So is my dad. My dad.
She used to
yeah.
suck?
Yeah, up until
Why?
like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I was like, what did she do?
No, she was just
She's a cool person, not a cool mom.
Yeah, she's again, like people that are not her kids have a very different opinion of her because she's awesome.
That's like my mom.
Yeah, like my mom was a drug addict for a large portion of my childhood. And like I've recently been saying, but don't worry, it was coke. So even though she was a terrible mom, she was fun at parties.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
very
she
sad.
For sure was. But recently, she'd always denied that her drug problem could have possibly had any negative effect on her kids' lives until literally 3 weeks ago.
That's a hilarious premise.
Yeah.
She's just like shooting up heroin. She's like, kids are fine.
Yes, basically.
Yeah, she was like, you didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, she's like, I don't understand why you were upset. It's just like, okay, sure.
You were doing it.
Yeah. You're not the one that had to find the drugs. It's like, all right. But yeah, definitely a heart chakra popped for you, and thank you for sharing that about your dad.
Yeah.
So Ace, keep it moving.
Okay, we are to the throat chakra. Ayesha.
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 Whoa,
Ayesha.
That
You
was
got
the
it.
blackest way you could say Ayesha, for sure.
I like this one.
I'm thinking about it too much, and then I'm like changing it in my head, and it's
it can only get blacker if you added kind of like an R sound at the end of it. You know, like Asher. You know what I mean? That's
yes.
but you're doing a good job.
Okay. What is a favorite lie you have told or extra karmic points if it's still in rotation?
No, I actually, guys, this is really funny. I was thinking about this. It's not any of those lies.
Okay.
It has to do with another boy, though. A boy that doesn't exist. In high school, I made up a boyfriend.
Nice.
Nice. I had said that I had this boyfriend, Sean, and he went to UConn, and we met at a movie theater with my cousin. Guys, this is all a lie. If you've ever met me, and I'm just coming out. I swear, I think I've told like 2 people this.
Yeah.
All these, you guys are popping my chakra. I've never been more honest with anyone in my life. You guys are like, we are never having her back. So I made up this guy, Sean. He drove a red pickup truck.
Nice.
And I gave him a blowjob in the movie theater. And
Goodness gracious.
and he was my boyfriend for a whole month. My senior year of high school, guys. Yeah. No, for us, junior year, because my brother was still in college.
Yeah. So wait a second.
Why
why didn't he go down on you in the movie theater for the lie?
Right? Why did I lie about sucking his dick? I don't know why. I don't know what was in the mind of 16-year-old Ayesha, but she went with sucking dick.
Yeah.
She wanted to seem adventurous and fun. I don't know.
Yeah. That's quite some valor to steal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I don't know if you know this, guys, but I'm sucking dick. So how about that? Yeah. So did you make up a breakup?
I think we broke up. Me and Sean broke up.
Yeah. Were you distraught to your friends?
I was. I swear to God, I made up fake fights to my friends so that because they had boyfriends and I didn't have a boyfriend because I was an ugly fat loser, guys. Okay. So I was making up my boyfriend so that I could like relate to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sean was being such a dick.
Yeah. Sean was being such a dick. Also, in my lie, it's this 21-year-old dating a 16-year-old in high school that he met at a movie theater.
Well, that's actually sounding more true now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Actually, though, not my fake boyfriend, but there was this guy. He was definitely 23 or 24. He would buy us booze. He used to work at Highland Park Market. I don't remember his name, but he used to buy us booze, these 16-year-old girls, and hang out with us. And we used to be like, oh my God, he's so cool. What? No, he was a creep and a weirdo.
Well, you were kind of sending signals that you date 21-year-olds. Like
I was just saying I was sucking dick in movie theaters, so he saw his window.
Yes. Wow. Now, if you don't mind me asking, and you don't have to answer this question because it might be too personal.
I don't know.
But were you faithful to Sean?
I definitely was faithful to Sean because when it comes to actually hooking up with guys, you guys are opening up so much. I haven't had one thing to drink. No. So, you guys, I'm just going down a rabbit hole, but back in the day, you guys had MySpace, right? Way back when. Yeah. So, I would meet guys from MySpace. There was this first guy, actually my first kiss was a guy named Sean, ironically. But anyways, like I made it seem like I was super experienced and like hooking up and all this stuff. But then when he came over to actually hook up, I like wussied out.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, I like love sucking dick and stuff like that. And he came over and he was like trying to put my hand down there. I was like,
Ew.
yeah, literally. That's why guys didn't like me. So yeah.
Yeah.
So she's wild.
Also, what the fuck was Sean doing 21 and still in college? Why didn't he graduate yet?
He was a senior. He lived in an apartment complex near my brother. I swear to God, guys, it's a huge lie. It's wild. Once I literally told my friend we were at my brother's apartment and she's like, oh, let's go find Sean's apartment. And I was like, oh, he's not answering his phone. It was wild. I'm not
like,
even
pretend
kidding.
to call in front of her and then be like,
I literally did. I swear to God.
Wow.
I know. This is embarrassing for
that
everyone.
That is a chakra pop.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
What an awesome lie.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, that's very good stuff.
Sean.
Yeah. Yes. Ace, keep it moving.
All right. We are to the third eye. So we're out of the physical into the metaphysical.
Okay.
So what is something you thought of as separate, but now as you've gotten older, you've learned it's really the same?
All right. I think I have a smart answer for this.
Okay.
This is like I feel like this is a hard question. And I feel like some of the obvious ones, like friends or family and stuff like that. But like, I think I always thought like your like things you like and like fun things and like passion things are separate from your career.
Okay.
I always like, I mean, I went to college, I got my master's. I was super career driven in my 20s and like that's all I focused on, and I never realized that you could like make comedy like potentially a career or like grow with it or like build more than just whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Enjoying it. And it's crazy how much happier I am and how much I love my life more now that I'm not as career driven. I still like my job, but it's a job and I just have a job, but then like I'm really like focusing on building my comedy career and like making something that I'm passionate about a career and making it something that I could, you know, make 10 grand off a year, maybe. Who knows?
Whoa, you trying to be rich?
I know, right?
Damn. I never dreamed of making that much money.
I know, you do. I did my tax, like this is the first year I was like doing my taxes with comedy, and I actually had to see how much I had spent versus how much I actually made.
Yeah.
It was not a lot.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something about our generation that was like everybody was like, go to college and get a job.
Yes.
And it was like, you're just supposed to suffer through your job. And like, I feel like a lot of people like our age, as they've gotten older, they're like, wait, it doesn't have to, like everybody has like an economics degree and they're like, I don't want this, you know?
Yeah. I felt like we were the first generation to be like, no, all of those people that were telling us stuff are all racist and stupid.
Yeah.
And then we were like, we don't have to listen to them.
Yeah.
You know? That we really were the first generation to be like, we don't have to listen to them.
Yeah.
And just doing our own thing.
Yeah.
Like every other generation before us was trying to impress the generation that came before them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
And then
suffer through it.
We're not even trying to impress the generation that comes after us.
Yeah.
We're just like, nah, fucking destroy the earth, Humvees, like put fucking cheese in the crust. Like we didn't give a fuck. We just got loose with it.
Yeah.
You know? So
I like the cheese stuffed crust because that is the ultimate DiGiorno pizza. But that was a random thing that came out of you.
yeah. But yeah, I feel like that is like the hallmark of who we were as a generation. We were just like fucking rollerblades and stuffed crust pizza and, you know, Capri Sun big pouch. You know, we were doing it.
Yeah.
We were renegades.
Yeah.
You know? So and a chakra popped.
There we go.
I love it.
Yeah.
Career and passions don't have to be separate. Whereas like if you told that to like some younger people coming up now, they'd be like, ooh, why did you ever think that in the first place?
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy how instilled, and it's our parents. I mean, my mom instilled that in me. It was like, you have to get a job when you you have to first you have to go to college and you have to graduate and you have to get a job and get married and have kids and all this stuff. It's wild. And I'm like, no, you don't.
Yeah. I don't know, Mom. I think you can probably just suck dick in movie theaters. I'm just saying.
Imaginary dick.
It's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah. It's the best dick.
Yeah. It's the best imaginary dick.
Yeah.
Dude, they're probably, real dicks are the worst.
They are.
Like, goodness gracious. I'm not even going to get into that, but
Thank God.
yeah. But chakra popped. Definitely a third eye chakra popped. Ace, keep it moving.
All right, we are already to the crown chakra.
We're like rolling through. I like it.
Yeah.
This is
This is fun.
All right, so what is one thing you can't give up and why? And what would giving it up mean?
Okay. I feel like the obvious one is like my phone, but I feel like I could actually give it up because I love going, like, you know, when you like are away and you have no signal and it's like a week or 2 weeks and it's like the best feeling ever. So I think I actually could get up on my phone. I really think like music, I know this sounds so like broad, but I like, as you guys heard, I mean, I'm a classically trained piano. I've like always been a musically inclined person. I was in marching band in high school, marching band in college. I've always been a big concert goer. I remember when COVID happened, I remember in my dating profile, it was like, I go to 50 concerts a year, but I like used to go to concerts all the time. I was very big into like going to concerts. I love concerts because it's when a group of people who like don't even know each other, don't all different sort of places, like just gather together and like love and appreciate the same thing. And I love the energy. It's just so much fun. So I feel like I go to concerts more now too, again, because COVID's over.
Yeah.
I feel like I couldn't give up music because I feel like it's just a part of who I am. I feel like it's really, even like me playing that piano over there for 2 minutes, like rejuvenated me. I'm like, oh my God, I love doing this so much. And I feel like it's a big part of who I am, which a lot of people don't know that, which I think is kind of nice to also share.
And just to clarify, we have a piano and we inherited a piano from Ansley's mother when she passed. And Ayesha came here. She sat down. I said you could sit anywhere. She went straight to the piano and sat down and tried to act coy about it.
Oh, this little thing.
Basically. Oh, you have one of these? And dude, it was like boom, 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 boom. It was beautiful. It was beautiful music.
I love how you simpletons think that's beautiful, but as like a classically trained pianist, I was like, this is garbage. This is trash. My fingering was wrong. There you go. It's so but thank you so much for thinking it's beautiful.
Well, thank you for acknowledging that we're simpletons.
You simpletons.
Yeah, I feel like not a lot of people know that about us. We need to bring more concert pianists to our classically trained pianists, so because come on, we're simpletons.
Yes. It's the best way to look at it.
Yeah. So, So, and then what would giving it up, like going to concerts and music mean for you?
Wait, can we first ask, what did you play in marching, or what did you do in marching?
I was a flute player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys,
we call those a flautist.
I was a flautist.
Yeah. Who's the simpleton now? It is flautist, right?
Yeah, it is. It's definitely
who's the simpleton now?
It's a good time, yeah. Definitely the sluttiest of all the instruments.
Yeah, because you have to play it with duck lips. It's like you have to play it with selfie lips.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what would giving up music or concerts mean to you?
I just feel like I would be really depressed. I just feel like I am so musically inclined. I feel like I listen to music every single day. I always go to concerts. I don't have enough space in my house for a piano, but I want to start playing piano again. I don't know. I just feel like I would be so sad. I can't imagine not being able to listen to music again.
Could you do a keyboard? Is that the same to you?
No, it is not.
Okay.
I have a keyboard and it is not the same.
Okay.
Why do you have a keyboard right here? No.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, actually, my family makes keyboards.
Oh.
No, they don't. No.
What?
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to lie about.
Really? So, all right. Ayesha, that's basically the first step. And we also have a Patreon. And do you have time to stick around for the Patreon? We didn't even ask you.
Yeah, I have a little bit of time.
Oh, we almost got to know. That was close.
It was close.
That was close. Somebody got to think about that. So, all right. So, yeah, how do you feel?
I feel rejuvenated. I feel judged. I feel great.
I guess that's enlightenment.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe.
I think we did it.
I think so.
I think we did it. All right. So, and we're going to hop into the Patreon. And for those of you listening and watching, our Patreon, it's $1 a month, gets you all of our exclusive content on our Patreon, which not only includes the counter to this podcast, which we call Chakra Poppers After Dark, but we also do some fight commentary and analysis on Ansley's Jiu Jitsu matches. We're a little behind on those, but we'll get them up. And did you have anything you wanted to promote?
Just follow Filthy Comedy on Instagram or Facebook, and then just my Ayesha Mae is my Instagram handle.
Yeah, and it's spelled exactly like it sounds. How about you let it? Well, we'll put it up there.
They'll put it up there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
I
put
don't
it
need
up
to spell it out.
Yeah, Ayesha Mae on everything, right? All your
Yes.
social media.
Yep.
All right, follow us into the Patreon. Otherwise, we love you guys, and we are out.